I think it's a combination of a few things. I think it starts with the way we work. Many of the financial institutions are geared to operate in silos and multiple functions. We're not used to the way digital native businesses work. The term as big digital natives have shown the world the elements of work around tribes rather than departments and divisions. I think that word has been defined and redefined many a times depending on who you speak with. Clearly, there are different elements of this whole equation. It starts with transformation of the business model to elements around further optimization and efficiencies around this game to the broader innovation play. And there are different ways, different initiatives and different organizations are trying to address these key issues. Well, I think if you look at the industry overall, it's going through lots of pressures. There's lots of regulatory pressure that's coming through, combination of global and local regulatory challenges. There's issues around cost to income ratios, and there's issues around the changing client behavior, especially with the change of demographics there. So when you put all of that into equation, one needs to figure out a way forward that addresses and drives greater efficiency in the ecosystem and builds capabilities that help us sustain the growth journey. And that's frankly why it's going to be a very important topic for many of the financial institutions. There's a client-facing side of the story, but there's a bigger impact that kicks in with the middle and back office that can be further enhanced with the various digital technologies. And let's not forget the plays around collaboration and broader ecosystems that can be enabled in this hyper-connected world. I think it's a combination of a few things. I think it starts with the way we work. Many of the financial institutions are geared to operate in silos and multiple functions. We're not used to the way digital native businesses work. The term as big digital natives have shown the world the elements of work around tribes rather than departments and divisions. So the first thing is frankly around the way we work. And the second thing is elements of culture, because frankly the digital era requires cultural transformation in many organizations to be able to take risks, to be able to live with failures, usual stuff that digital native businesses have been born in. And the third key element is the broader talent equation. It's very important to ensure that the elements of talent, whether it comes to talent acquisition or retention, especially with the next generation that's very keen to work in high impact organization, is very critical. So it requires a combination of elements around culture, the way we work, talent, and then the underlying theme, which is very critical around collaboration and ecosystems. I think there are lots of technologies that are being experimented, a lot of exponential tech that's being experimented by many organizations. And frankly, a lot of these are new to the world from a learning and scale-based adoption perspective. If I'm one of the big private banks, how many big experts I have in my organization that frankly understand the depth of blockchain from an ops and tech perspective, right? So there's a fundamental talent gap around exponential tech that we have, which is why there's a bit of experiments on one side, and there is the other side, which is how do I scale up the organization to roll some of these exponential techs out going forward. Very challenging. It has been the heart of issue for many. That's why many organizations are gearing towards, from a technology point of view, the open API architecture to transform the play. But it's not just the technology element that's required to make the old, quote-unquote, old stuff work with the new stuff. But I think there's other elements around the way we work, around the talent, around the culture pieces that need to be thought through as one builds that play going forward.